guess who's back? Ian, he's back again. Checking the mics before we go any further. We're back for Starfinder episode 37 here on the Dragonborn Industries podcast, where I'm joined by half a table tonight. Where, yeah, we have that whole side over there is empty. Not that anybody can see this yet. It's just me on the screen right now. I actually need to put the projector up for you guys so that you can see yourselves in a second.
It's always only ever been Ian. It's all in his imagination.
We're not.
I'm okay with that. You know, if this is my simulation, I've really screwed myself over. I mean, I'm alright most of the time. Let's show you the
You put all the effort into world building.
We're joined by Steph, whose name I nearly forgot, by Jack, whose name I nearly forgot, and Tamsin, whose name I nearly forgot. As ever, here on the Dragonborn Industries Starfinder podcasts, we've got one camera down anyway, so actually it worked out well that we were down people tonight, because I don't know what was happening. Apparently we're all fuzzy, yeah, it's because it was on the PTZ. Fluffy, so should be all good now, but I hope you guys are doing as well can be, considering that we had a live show and then a lot of downtime to go, oh god, I'm so tired.
Oh my god, yeah.
And it's because I have been tired all week after that, and it's, there was a lot of energy to put into it. But thank you for everyone who has either checked out the show or has gone to watch it on YouTube or on the podcast, and to my amazing players who took part in fulfilling my needs to perform on stage. So, theatre kids, whoop! Yeah, I guess. Yeah, only 3 players today. I may as well interact with chat while we're here. We are down a few players, so obviously we're down James, Emily, and Alex, but we are going to carry on because we're at a point where I think that it's going to be a lot of RP in this episode, and I think being in the Koshorian homeworld, I think actually the most important person is here.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've got Kaz, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there's little messages, Kaz all right comes in. And then we've got DCI Gene Post, so we're going to be all good. We're going to be just fine. I guess I will hand over to Steph for the start of the announcements.
Oh. Cast your minds back to many years ago. A small boy with a moustache sits at a desk. On his data pad he types, "Dearest mother and father, it's me, your baby boy, Absalom Comprehensive Student, Jean Poach. This school year has got off to a rocky start, I must admit. I've been practising every day, but I'm yet to get over the pommel horse successfully. Some of the other boys have been laughing at my battle ribbon, the bastards. Apparently, the hilt isn't very cool. So I'm writing to ask for some extra shillings to get myself a high-quality 3D printed one. I have heard that Warrior Prints 3D is a reliable place to get a 3D print if you go to www.warriorprints3d.etsy.com. The lads in gymnastics listen to something called the Starfinder podcast on Dragonborn Industries, and apparently they are offering an exclusive permanent code to the stars for 10% off your order, so it won't take many shillings, I'm sure. I've been getting good marks in interrogation and diplomacy, and I've been appointed hall monitor. Let's just try and see those bastards slip out of class now. So please, send me some shillings and pennies to spend at Warrior Prince 3D. Lots of love, hugs and kisses, Absalom Student Jean Poach."
Oh! Absalom Student Jean Poach, go. Yeah.
I can see him in my mind.
I wish I hadn't have added to the narrative with the Absalom Comprehensive Gym team.
As soon as you said it, I was like, bingo.
I imagine him in his really high shorts and everything,
Yeah.
like really straight tie.
Like little pinstripe blazer, little flat cap.
Oh god.
Every hair perfectly aligned.
Yes,
What have I enabled? But please do. Thank you, Steph.
Shillings
Please go.
now canon to the universe.
Credit shilling.
Credit shilling.
I don't know where to go with this. I really don't. But thank you to Warrior Prince 3D. Thank you to Steph for doing that. And yeah, please go check out Richard and his prints. They are absolutely amazing. Please also go check out Loki Batmaster. We'll get to them in a minute. Roll and Play Press. That way up, where we have, it's not even me on the screen anymore, is it? Let's just go back to that one there. Roll and Play Press, where we have that affiliate code Dragonborn10. You can use that to get 10% off your books. And Jack, pick a number between 1 and 109.
87.
87, my boy. My boy!
My boy.
87, here it is.
Also a Absalom comprehensive boy here.
Father, help.
Warp side effects.
Ooh.
Yeah, very
Oh.
40k. I like that.
Yeah.
So I need a D100 from Townsend.
Whoa.
Roll it.
Oh, it's those ones.
That's already a cool
That is real cool.
That is. 41.
41, you say. You experience motion sickness and vomit all over your spacesuit.
Oh, it's everywhere. Oh, God.
Oh, I like that. I think
That's cool.
I might
I think
use
we
that.
have to start using that.
Yeah.
for,
That,
like,
I think if we're going to go into...
we go into combat and start panicking our way out of combat.
yeah, or maybe like
Shit.
racing if you end up in atmospherics rather than space, or if it's like on the
Yeah.
surface of a planet, like the G-force comes into effect and
Yeah.
stuff, and inertial dampness. So, see, a whole story and plot hook that could be off one table out of a book that you can get 10% off with the code Dragonborn10. We're also now going to dive into the deck of many insults from
Yay.
Loki
Oh,
battle
God.
maps. Yeah, this is a real. We've all had a week of being tired. Oh. Yeah, 10% off of Jack. Surely you need to ask him first. I didn't realise I said Jack.
I don't think he did.
Well, Jack,
Yeah.
if defeat was a sport, you'd come third.
God.
Oh, it's good. It hits.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Hey. Well, Steph, a douche of your magnitude could cleanse a dragon's quim.
Hey.
That's pretty good.
I'll take that. I'm proud of that.
And Townsend,
That's,
if assholes could fly, this tavern would be an airship. Okay, that's about like a
okay.
party. That's
I'll
quite
take
good.
that, actually.
Does anybody want to do one for me?
Yeah.
I'll give you the top one there. Oh, I'm going to reach over.
Your intelligence is as low as a bullet's balls.
A boulette. It's a
boulette.
creature that burrows through the ground.
All right. Dyslexic.
Everyone point and laugh. Guys, really we're meant to be a team. No.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. I fucking love that. I hope
Yeah.
I hope it's out for you guys to go in order because it has been really fun just to go through it blind and like the temptation to look is one thing, but then knowing that I get into a Monday and I don't know what I'm going to pull and if it hits hard or if it's just going to be something menial. Please go check out Loki Battle Mats and all that really really cool stuff. And also we're going to play What's in the Mug because we've got merch. We've got DragonbornIndustries.com www merch and I've gone cold with water.
Oh,
I've gone hot with London fog.
Ooh.
What the fuck is London
Yeah.
Fog?
I have made some London fog, so it's quite similar to the
Again.
thing that you were making.
That didn't answer the question. What the fuck is London Fog?
To avoid war, fun fact, it was made in Canada. Rather than
What is London Fog?
wow. From fog.
It's
Get in.
It's that smoggy condensation.
oh, it tastes like the Thames.
What is London Fog?
Okay, so it's Earl Grey tea with vanilla and more milk in than you'd normally have. You can
It's real
also,
good.
as you've been doing it, have it with an Earl Grey bag and a standard red tea bag.
I don't know if we've
So
had
that
this
is
conversation
another
yet, but-
variation on the London fog.
Fair enough.
So what you were doing was like a,
So I came up
a
with it first, is
variation.
what we're saying.
So
then
as
then
a
like
native-
the 1620s
Yeah, yeah.
came up with it afterwards.
As a native Canadian, you came up with the London fog.
Yeah, sure, I'll be Canadian.
Yeah, exactly.
What's it all about, eh? What's in yours today?
I've got cold. I have gone for a cold coffee.
Oh, and they go, all of us on our Stanleys today. Little Stanley Cups. There's like 45 days till the actual run for the Stanley Cup. Not that it means anything to you guys, but it's a hockey thing. But I'm just excited. We might be getting our captain back. Not that you guys know anything about that either, but he's been out with an injury for a while. An injury that no hockey player has come back from. And he's coming back, baby.
Aw.
But that...
Good for that guy. In the
Gabe,
thing
his
that he
name is
does.
Gabe Landeskog and he is a Swedish hunk.
Sorry, say that again.
Gabriel Landeskog.
You're a Landeskog.
Gabriel Landeskog is our captain. He
When you
is,
say "oh," do you mean like Britain? Do you mean Northampton? Do
I
you
mean the Colorado
like...
Avalanche, but
Oh,
also
right.
Obviously.
You know,
Okay,
the
well,
natural
I
R one.
our captain. All the people in this
Okay.
room, Gabriel Landeskog is your god now.
Gabriel Landeskog, if you are watching, good for you on
Look
coming
him up.
back.
Google Gabriel
Do you know what?
Landeskog right now and then go, you know what, I take it all back. I would let that man hockey me all day long.
What I'm gonna get. Okay, that's not how I thought it was, and I'm relieved. Oh,
He's a good-looking guy, right?
Yeah, he's pretty.
Hello,
Yeah.
Gabriel Landeskog.
Oh, you're not going to forget that name now, are you?
Oh, he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
The Swede
Danny.
is a good looker.
I might need to leave.
I'm going to need 5 minutes alone in a towel to mop up.
So this sport, we're all, at 100% Landeskog.
Land your cock. So, now that I've got the girls all going,
Right.
ovaries
I
are
think
in
you've got
overdrive.
Jack
Yeah, I
going
bet you
as
do.
well.
I'm breaking
The
up
dude's
already.
a nice guy, but also like when you. Yeah, it's just an absolute magnet.
So can we actually just scrap this podcast and just talk about Gabriel Landeskog for
Yeah.
like 2 hours?
Genuinely, I could.
Like,
You don't understand. You've
let's
literally
go.
heard me listening to hockey at 3 in the morning during the Stanley Cup, Townsend.
I mean, I have.
You have
But I
walked
did not.
into the house.
I did not appreciate this.
No, because most of them are missing teeth, and he's
The
not.
one with the hood and the grey.
Do you know what? Yeah, this one in the grey.
For anybody listening, go Google Gabriel Landeskog.
We're looking at his
He's number
current
92,
Twitter,
the captain for the Colorado Avalanche.
His Twitter profile is the picture we're currently looking at.
It's fucking hot.
Actually, I'm liking the excessive fire look. He looks really
Oh.
ginger there.
Yes, he does. Like,
Yes.
yeah. He's
Oh
just,
no, it's people, not fire.
Okay.
Okay, you see this picture, you'd understand.
Okay, now I have to search up a man that I know what he looks like.
It's people, not fire.
Oh my god, fire! Oh god, it's just people.
It's a ginger convention.
Is it actually a ginger convention? And they're like, oh, fire!
Oh my god.
I got really freaked out when I see ginger people. There were lots of people.
That's a lot of missing souls! Oh, I'm fucking dying already. I wasn't ready for that. Oh, you're looking at the one, yeah. Okay.
I'm looking at the one where there's a load of people who are really
They
tiny
look small, don't they?
compared to Landeskog, and the people are like blurred and they're orange, and
But
he's really
basically, they put
orange.
an image of him after he's won the Stanley Cup in front of like a cheering crowd.
That's a weird photo.
Yeah.
It's an odd photo because they've also like photoshopped the logo behind him.
Yeah.
But it's weirdly floating behind him in front of the real background, which is also photoshopped.
I mean, the
in.
tag is MSN News. So, I mean, like, who the fuck is going to MSN for news? Of course they don't have the scope to use proper Photoshop. Ah.
This is some clip paint going on. No
Fucking
offense
hell.
to clip paint. Clip paint's actually pretty decent.
Oh, we're doing the intro. Oh, sit on the other side.
Yeah.
Just push him down like the mountain. Yeah.
After finding the crash ship of the SS Bowie and its 2 crew members, DCI Gene Perch and Detective Alex Mallard, the crew helped fend off a mountain eel, before discovering that Perch and Mallard are from Dynatech Internal Affairs and have been tracking the crew since a recent incident that involved them. The crew enlightened Gene into the goings-on the R&D department floors, and that the crew has run off with some stolen property. But that property might be more than that. TJ, a crew envoy, who is being marketed their race as a biological AI. Gene decides that they're going to follow the crew to the top and see why they ran here and why the journey has led them to this mountain. The climb is arduous and many natural hazards have the potential to slow their progress, but the crew use their myriad of skills to climb this ancient monolith on a far-off world until they reach the top where this ancient monastery, carved from the very peak of this mountain, reaches into the purple-pink aurora of the Koshorian sky. Its walls all depicting constellations and star charts from all over the galaxy. Star charts that can't be seen from Koshoria. Star charts and constellations that, even trained in astronavigation, you have no clue about. As the crew of Orion's Hope and the SS Bowie enter the monastery's main hall, 4 figures step out of the shadows. And this is where we're going to be jumping in to today's session. To set the scene, the climb has been tiring and you are all tired, but that doesn't detract from the wonder that is this mountaintop structure of odd geometric shapes that every now and again pulses with the glow of these glyphs and depictions of stars and butterflies, like the mountaintop itself is breathing. You have passed under this archway where 2 statues of the goddess Desna stand sentry, a beautiful elven woman with butterfly wings carved with glowing symbols of stars, planets and moons that greet you with a tranquil smile and warm aura. You pass through into a circular entrance hall with a domed roof that moves and shifts with that of a starscape and nebula, yet the moment you look away and back, it has changed to another starscape entirely. And across the room, these 4 figures emerge out of the evening shadows to greet you. They move with a smooth motion as if a droid on wheels. 4 Decimar Imargos wearing silken robes that trail to the ground, obscuring most of their body. Their hands clasped gently in pairs in front of them and their heads bowing slightly as they effortlessly move towards you. Their wings not currently out but tucked behind them neatly. Welcome, 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 welcome to the Monastery of Dreams. And their heads all snap at the same time. Calyx. Calyx, Calyx, Calyx. She has been waiting for you and your companions. And these 4 voices, they are speaking, but it's also in your minds. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And that monastery pulses again with that same ripple and glow effect. Bloody hell, this is posh. Boss, not now.
Oh, I think Galix just literally like bows down, just like in reverence of this place.
There is no need to bow to us, Calyx. We are but stewards, oracles, guardians of this temple, this monastery. And like it just reverberates off everything.
I mean, thank you. We've come a long way. We come here. I suppose also for me making this journey, it's obviously been something to think about for a very long time. Also, maybe here for an orb. Maybe if you have one. But I don't know. There's so many things. I've got questions. I've got a thing. I don't know where to even start. Just, I suppose, hello.
Welcome. All will be revealed in time. And that word seems to like almost like, you know, when you look into a mirror and then that mirror is opposite another mirror. The word itself, like that's a visual representation of how much that one really sustains. For now, your journey has been arduous and fraught with danger. You have done well to make it here. Do you require rest, sustenance, food?
I think we could probably do with a bit of a rest.
I think we could
and
all
food.
agree that rest is good.
Wouldn't say no to a panini.
Panini. They look at each other confused.
I doubt they have paninis.
Damn it.
Bruce would be like, well, I'm sure it's fucking tired. I could do with some sleep. And the rest of the crew kind of are all in agreement. But these Imargos, you have all the time you need here. There is no rush. There is no haste required. Should you wish to rest now or later, we are but your humble stewards. And they all bow in the same way.
Should we rest now?
I think it would be good maybe to rest now, and maybe.
I don't know what else we need to actually do. Or...
Can I do a Roy check?
Did you pull Roy out?
Roy is still in the sling. He's never gone away.
Yeah. So you pick Roy up, and you get a sense of wanting a. It starts as an excitement, but there's also a need. Like, you are definitely in the right place, and it feels like from yourself or the orb, you're not sure, but there are like tendrils like searching. You feel like your very essence is like probing like a tentacle, just trying to find something. Curiosity. Yeah.
Okay.
The rest of them, as you pull out this orb, these 4 imago, they wouldn't chuckle, but their heads slowly turn from you, Calyx, to yourself. Yes, the orbs. Orbs.
Do you know what the orbs are?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. You are here for one, Calyx.
I mean, maybe, yes. I mean, if you are alright with us borrowing it or something. I mean, maybe it might not be given back, so it might be more of a loan, but I mean, do you know what they even are?
Yes. The goddess has willed it. Willed. It is here for you. It has been here for you for some time. Time.
Space Jesus.
No, he died.
For us,
No. He was the worst of us. But Desna has given us dreams of your arrival. It is held for you, in this place, should you want it.
I'd like to at least maybe have a conversation with it, and probably, yes.
All of their heads tilt slightly. Conversation.
I mean, I don't know what it's like. I mean, if it's different to Roy, I don't know. Maybe you, because you talk to Roy, don't you?
We sort of vibe at each other. Like, he picks up what I'm putting down and vice versa. You know, it transcends words.
There's quite clearly some sort of sentience involved.
Strange. New. Anomaly.
You said you knew what they were.
Yes.
Can you elaborate?
Yes. They are guardian orbs. They are...
Oh, yeah, we know that.
Tell us something we don't know.
Artifacts, keys, trinkets. They have many purposes, yet mostly are used to seal away that which cannot be fought.
Is this sealing away something on the other side of the Dark Tapestry?
It can be. Or it could be things that are trying to get to the Dark Tapestry, trying to breach past the boundaries of what is real. Breaking through the dreams. And the sky above you starts to change, this nebulous sky, and every time one of you looks at it and then looks back at something different, but for once it syncs up and you're just watching it change. And for a brief second you see that same image, Calyx, of like the web of, well, the weave of the tapestries just going out across billions of stars, and then it goes back to just constellations and nebulas. They are older than all that has been forgotten. They are unique, yet not. This one was brought here many years ago now. Separated from its brethren. Hidden. To protect those from that it keeps. Waiting for you, Calyx.
I mean, how could it know I was coming? I mean, it probably wasn't even born by the time it was brought here. I mean, this has kind of always been here. And was it brought by one of us or someone else?
We do not know. No. Memory becomes distorted for a time. But it was here before. The memories are gone. But Desna has allowed us to see you. Has given us your name, Calyx.
So it was here before the gap.
I think that is a correct approximation.
Yeah, I was wondering, you know those, the insect-like beings that were on... Oh, I'm trying to remember the planet's name.
That one.
The other one.
That other planet.
Evil?
I believe, maybe,
Sounds
yes.
about right. Yeah.
If they'd possibly brought it here, if they were the ones who maybe separated them. I mean, so looking at the walls with all these carvings and stuff, is there amongst any of them carvings of these same insectoid beings that were...
Give me a perception check, please.
Can we help with that?
By always, you can either, if you've got perception aid, or you can all make your own perception checks.
23.
On your own or aiding?
On my own.
On your own.
12 to aid.
So you get the aid, you get +2 from TJ.
So 17, 27, 28.
20 fucking 8 and 22. Cool. So, a few things to take note of in this room. So, it's a circular room with a domed roof that depicts different starscapes every time each individual looks at it. However, what you start to notice is that as you look up at the sky, the first thing that changes when you're trying to concentrate is that it shows you your home solar system and constellations individually. You all see that differently. So for those of you from Absalom and the Pact Worlds, you would see Pact World space and the constellations from there, but you see the Kashorian night sky, but without the aurora and just the stars. Then you feel like with a sense of will, you could change this to depict whatever you want it to depict in terms of stars and stuff like that. You look at the walls around, the first thing you would notice is that there are 5 entrance or doorways in this room. The large arch that you came through, which is a large, what you thought was an arch, but actually the top of it is quite hexagonal. It's quite geometric in terms of shape. It's not like a natural, well, not natural, a man-made arch you would see in like a Gothic cathedral or something like that. Opposite you is a triangular large doorway, and that's directly opposite you. And that seems to lead back outside to some steps or amphitheatre-like basin, but there's definitely that purple Kashorian aurora present in that area. Then there are 3 smaller hexagonal tunnelways that lead off. There are 2 to the left of this triangular door and 1 to the right side of the room. Can you give me just a will saving throw, please? And this is actually not really a saving throw, I just need you to roll will.
14.
14.
Oh, sorry, 18.
18. Okay, because the DC
Looking
is
at that
15.
One, not that one.
Because the DC is 15. You start thinking of these like statues that you've seen of bug-like people, and you watch as the ground in one section begins to like rise, and you're seeing this. It looks like a liquid to begin with, this gossamer style liquid, but then you're watching as it is kind of more powdery, and then it forms into crystals that depict a crystalline statue of the ones you've seen.
Okay. I am then going to try and bring from my memories the dream that I had with Desna of the 5-point locations of the orbs.
Okay, I'd
And
say that's
try-
another will check, please.
That's a nat 1.
Natural!
That's a nat
Wow.
1.
The temple implodes.
Oh god, guys.
TPK. It's over, guys. Good night!
On to 2E.
Oh.
I got time. I got time for a little 1E before we do that. So total
So a 9.
a 9. I think in this distraction, you're not expecting the statue of crystal to form under your own willpower. Like, you could pluck a dream from your mind and cast it into the room, and then you go to focus on the 5 points that you'd seen in this dream that Desna had given you, and they begin to form, but then just everything like and shatters, and then like as it shatters, it's like glass shards that seem to like stop in time and then turn to powder and sand and fall back to the ground, and like it was never there to begin with. This room can depict anything you can imagine if you have the will to give it. We have seen these creatures in our dreams, but only in our dreams. And they conjure another same statue.
So maybe these were the race that had the orbs originally or distributed them.
Am I right in remembering that when we went into that little cave with Roy, there was sort of plinths for more than one
Yes.
orb? So it is entirely likely that it's either their place of initial origin or, I don't know, a holiday let?
Maybe, so if these are keys, maybe that's the door.
There was something else. There was something we couldn't get to there, wasn't there? I'm fairly sure there was something else on that planet. So that's why would Grandpappy Vorag
He kept
end
going.
up back there
Yeah.
all the time?
And I mean, all the race seemed to be there, whichever race this was, and from a geological point of view, it's a very odd structure.
Old as balls.
To which end, the rest of your crew kind of like, Ida wouldn't, because Ida doesn't really know too much about it, but Skelkin does. She's like, but these are from my home planet. These are from Demalco.
I think.
And they, God, these oracles. Split apart. Brethren. Taken.
You've got scattered to the four winds.
I mean, do you know anything about Demalco? To the Amalgos.
Let's roll a dice, shall we?
Ooh.
They have a pretty big fucking boon to this. With a 3.
That's a good thing.
The room around you begins to swirl and change again as the statue again shatters before turning to dust, and then you see a constellation which then spins and turns into a solar system in the sky above. Give me an astral navigation check, please. And you see
So 30.
oh, fucking hell. I mean, you see the home system of Demalco, which is within Vesk space, and you see this bright star in the center, and you're watching these planets, and there's this, it goes in on this beautiful verdant planet, wide oceans, greenery everywhere. It's beautiful. And then you watch as cracks begin to appear in the surface. The water just, like the atmosphere is gone, gets sucked off of the planet, and you watch as this hulking beast, its back rises first out of the very ground where the sea once was, just, and it's silent, but you see this arching back rising up. And it can't be real because it gets to the point where it's standing up and the planet is this tiny football and it is now standing tall on top of it. This large humanoid shape with this like great ginormous tail with spikes, this face and cowl with 6 eyes and a huge toothy maw. Give me a recall knowledge check, please. It's a very low DC. The DC is 5.
17
Plus
before the full thing.
And you see it striking down at the planet itself as more of them start to rise out of the ground all around this planet. That Morvo, that dream you had where it came out through the tear.
Skelkin, these the... I'm saying it to the plug over there. Skelkin.
She is an android now.
Bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop.
Is this what was in your people's history? This kind of thing?
The orbs help us defend ourselves from the Kyoka. They are... And like she looks stunned. It's just like blown away and also in kind of shock. The orbs are held by our village, our tribe guardians. We all live underground. We all can't go to the surface. We can't even be in large groups of more than 200. These things hone in on us. They have been ravaging the planet since the awakening. We don't know what happened, but they just, one day the planet hatched these beings. And we know that the guardian orbs can emotionally deter them from a place if used by our elders, but how do you know of it here? We have seen it in our dreams. Desna. Maybe has brought you all here for a reason.
I saw one of these in my dream as well, when I was saying about the orbs. One of the 5 points had one of these. What were they called again? Kyoka.
And actually, you get the sense that actually that tear and the system now around it is Demalco.
Oh, oi.
And I've sent D back there.
Oh no.
What is this? It's going to get worse. And then Roos is like, I don't think I can take that. That's pretty big.
You could do it.
You can try.
You do some
You
damage.
do it, Bruce.
I'll give it a go. And Jean's like, bloody hell, that's big.
That's a right bastard, that is.
That's a proper bastard. I right need a shit though, not gonna lie. Like these entities all kind of look towards the right hand hexagonal. The sanctuary is there. Right? Takes himself off. Malin is just like, fuck's sake. He can't wait.
He's got away with words, doesn't he, your boss?
And like, you see this like, and she's still quite doughy-eyed towards Roos, and like there are a few tears there and stuff, and she's like, yeah, but he is a good boss, I will say that much.
As internal affairs at Dynatech, I suppose I should
Please don't take me back.
I mean, there is also please don't.
And like, there's a pondering thought on Malix's face for a second. She's like, I haven't actually met...
Delightful.
She doesn't, Ian does. I've not met one of the Hastoki yet. It's very interesting to finally meet you. It's interesting that something so vibrant and communicative would be property.
Well, that's rather the issue I'm facing, lady.
Yeah.
And you can sense, in fact, actually, it's not that great. You can feel in your mind that there is like a link being made between yourself and her. But I mean, give me a culture check. Everyone can do that.
21. 11.
10.
So, Lushunters have a natural limited telepathy, and as this is happening, you all begin to feel Alex Mallard, just sending out a little... It's almost like a comforting emotion where she's just like, it's okay. We're not here to pull the trigger, so to say. And you can all give me a sense motive check.
Add my expertise, because I can do that.
Motive.
16.
32.
Jesus.
19.
19. You get the sense that with like Lashunta telepathy, they can like hold a conversation with like multiple people at one time, but she is just like testing the waters, and like you get the sense that there is this, especially if you with that high check, that like not too bothered about you guys, that and she knows there's going to be a link there, but then with you, there is definitely a like, well, if you were a machine, maybe I wouldn't be able to connect, or if you were less than, and you can see her pondering like the implications of being able to connect to you. So, yeah, definitely get a sense of that.
I mean, Miss Mallard, we have a few issues with Dynatech, of which obviously TJ's property status is one of them. But also, I don't know if you know about Dynatech floor 182. Is it 182?
184.
184.
And she like instantly looks to Roos, and Roos like sadly nods. That's where you said Lotep was, didn't you? And yeah, that's where I last saw Sport. I have questions for you. Many more questions than anybody could realistically ask or answer during a live show. And and it does need to be retconned a little bit. But as of yesterday, this morning, I now know of floor 184, but I've never had to deal with it while working with DCIG Poach.
I mean, I think what I'm getting at is, I mean, you can see like these orbs that we're looking for, these that we're after, they're important, they're good, they're possibly going to stop a world from exploding, and these creatures coming through from the Dark Tapestry, and I know most people don't believe in the Dark Tapestry or whatever, but I mean, this is a bad thing, and Dynatech has one of these orbs. And we're going to need it at some point.
It's a very interesting story, but I don't know anything about these orbs. I'm afraid we're tracking you down after an incident within the building where people were killed, and also stolen property, but also mainly the people being killed. Hence why internal affairs rather than stewards or Absalom security or a bounty hunter. As for, I mean, are you saying that there's one of these on floor 184?
Yes.
And how do you know this?
We were told by, I keep wanting to call her Zano, it's not Zano, it's head of industry.
Face. Hang on, I've got it on a note somewhere.
Shitballs.
Oh, I literally had her name on the tip of my tongue and then I immediately forgot it as soon as I tried to say it. Rena Constantine.
That's the one.
We were informed by Rena Constantine of an orbs location on that floor, and before other things happened, we were going to be on that floor, and then some other things happened, and now we're possibly not going to be on the same relationships, but we do possibly need that orb.
And you see, like, she's starting to take notes down very quickly. I mean, are you planning to go back as well, Bruce? Well, if these guys need me, I think I rightfully best do good by them. They've seemed right by me, and if I hear Deckard's back there, then I'd love to give it to him as well. We should talk later. I'm sure Jean's going to have a lot more questions for you. And there's this, like, sadness to her. And you get that with this, like, telepathy that kind of, like, emanates out from her. Almost like there was hope, but that's been taken away.
Oh.
And I'm going to go find the boss and I somewhere to stay. And she looks at these 4 imargos. Could you show me where? And brother will show you. And they, like, for the first time you see them not acting as one, 3 of them, like, hand gesture with a single of these 4 arms towards the far to your left imargo, and they bow and they gesture silently, and then you all hear, should any of you else would like to find somewhere to rest, this tunnel here will take you to the dream cocoons. And Alex, Bruce, Ida, and Skelkin are like, we're tired. We're gonna go. You ask your questions, and they descend down this hexagonal tunnel, leaving you 3, and then a bloody toilet paper as Jean comes out. Where are the bastards gone?
Down there. They're going to sleep.
Sleepy times. Down the tunnel.
Best keep it. If Mallard's got their eye on them, then I best keep my eye on you.
She's lovely.
She's all right.
We
Isn't she?
like her.
She's a good egg. A very good egg.
Mm. But yeah, I mean, you're welcome to stay with us. I mean, I don't know
you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Well, yes, that's what we just said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, right then. Wasn't even holding a gun.
He was holding out his ribbon. But I mean, I don't know if you guys want to rest or if you want to ask more questions now or later, or. I mean, we have just done a hike up a mountain.
We have. And fought the mighty meal.
Oh! Do you get eels here often?
What a pickup
Sorry.
line. Hey, did you get eels up here often?
I was like, earlier, wasn't I?
Is that eel or you just happy to see me?
Sorry, no. Yeah.
Wiggling around inside, yeah, finding an entrance where they can. Eels.
I mean, like, are we safe in this temple? Like, nothing's going to sort of suddenly be like, surprise eel.
Spiel.
Spiel. Space surprise eel. Spiel.
Any of the wildlife we have encountered here has been non-hostile.
Okay.
Makes a nice change.
It does.
Yeah, the Living Dream was. I mean, I'm sure you guys know about the Living Dream. That was.
We do.
Actually, did you guys just wander here and then just wait here and not return?
And you see, like, a moment of hesitation between all 4 of them as they all sort of, like, look towards each other. No. Our being has always been here.
Mm-hmm.
We are the stewards. But the dream, the living dream, is designed to test. Desna is the keeper of dreams, luck, travellers. Whether those dreams be good or bad. Sometimes a bad dream can give you realizations of who you are. Tell us. What did you pray on your journey?
I mean, mostly I prayed that we'd all get here safe. I mean, we already lost one of our friends on this planet. That was friends. Sorry.
A message comes in
Borak's alive!
after the 2 weeks of being sent by a different drift beacon.
Delete.
I wanted us all to get here safer, but I suppose I wanted to know. We met a big snake when we were coming here, and had a nightmare of something I definitely didn't want to be. So I suppose I know at least maybe what I don't want to be, but I don't know what I do want to be.
And there is another ripple around this this monastery. Knowing what you don't want to be is usually the first step on a great journey. A path that may or may not be set out for you already, but a choice still you get to make. You may be called here. Your people may journey here to make their dreams become realities, or to see what they could be. But time is in your control.
I realise I may not have as much time as my friends here. Starting to realise that, but I want to at least make sure that my people are safe. That much I do know for sure. I want us to not... I don't know how much you know about everything else that happens outside this temple. I imagine news doesn't get here fast.
No.
In fact, I don't think you know anything that's happened really outside. I mean, there are other people on the planet, as you can see. Things haven't been so good, and I don't want this to happen again. And I want to protect everyone, if I can.
They begin to separate out in the room. And it's now one of them that is pointed to by the others, and these words, sister, sister, can show you around, and you have all the time that you need here to contemplate, to dream. But you are our guests. You are Desna's guest. And the other two that are left begin to turn around and go out. And it's almost like they're not walking. It looks like they are floating in some ways. They drift out through the triangular door. And you are left with this singular, which you now know to be a female imago. I am sister. Please. We may not know much of what happens outside of here, but Desna shows us many things in different ways. And they point and show you towards one of these other hexagonal... Find the right one. Hexagonal archway, and behind this entranceway are steps that you instantly see lead upwards, and they start moving towards it. Come. I will show you the garden. What's that? I will show you the orchard. And they begin to just ascend the stairs and follow. Perfect.
Yeah.
You coming, Jean?
And he narrows his eyes. Think I'm going to do my own investigating. And starts sleuthing about.
You, buddy.
The stairwell begins leading up, and as you go up this hexagonal corridor with steps, it begins to change shape as you climb into a triangular shape, pointing down, then into a circle, and all these different geometric shapes of that just don't quite fit together are now somehow merging one into the other as you go up what is essentially a slowly ascending and curving staircase until you see above you a diamond-shaped hole that the stairs lead up to and cut off the bottom part of the diamond. And you can see night sky above you, but you don't see the Kashorian aura. And as you climb out into this crisp, thin air, an unusual sight befalls you. This orchard and garden all flourishing with bright colours, fruit, vegetation, and life above the aurora that you now see as you stand on this weird outcropping of mountain of this monastery above what would be like being above the clouds, but it's this sea of purple and pink that shimmers and glistens. In the distance, in this night sky that you are now seeing without the aura for the first time since you've been here, you see the stars and you see, a moon off in the distance. You see other planets in this really close together solar system, but you also see the unmistakable light that is a space station in orbit of somewhere in the NIS system. You see smaller, faster moving trains of light coming and going from it. Your first real glimpse back at civilization outside of what the Decimar know and what's beneath the aurora of Kashoria. The orchard itself, where you've come up from hewn stone, this is now back into natural stone at the top of the mountain. And where are there all these like small sapling trees with that brimming with fruit, and all of these like small, beautifully carved beds with vegetables and stuff in them. You see on the very top of this rocky plinth a huge tree, a beautiful tree, and it blossoms with silken petals of a light pink. Could you give me a perception check, please?
$29.
16.
14.
Okay. Kaz. The rest of you just see this really thick, with two C's tree, where, the trunk is like really old bark, and so many of the roots come from like the base of the trunk, but it still seems to like fall down over like the precipice stuff. You see them like going over the edge of the cliff, other ones like really rooting it into the actual top of the mountain. But for you, Kaz, you see, you don't know if you're making it up because you're just putting personification onto an object or not, but it's almost like a face. Its eyes are currently closed and its brow sunken and low. And where the roots thick and plentiful would join the ground, you see what could be that of a beard and a knot like a nose just above it. You ask about news from the outside. The unknown is only really brought to us through that of nature and nature's dreams. The orchard here collects those. If you would have questions, maybe it can answer them. But as for ourselves, and there's no echo here, it's just this one Imago's voice. We are just the conduit for Desna, here in this monastery. Sometimes with the living dream, nightmares slip through the tapestry. Whereas here, with the dreamer's cocoons and with the orchard, sometimes good things slip through. Not just the bad. Please, take anything that you would need to in terms of sustenance. It is yours to eat. And they turn and begin to just glide back down the stairs, leaving you alone in this orchard, where there is this beautiful sky above you, and if you get close to the cliff edge, you can see the sea of this purple-pink light just cast across the planet. You can almost see the curvature at this point. And there is like a real difference between looking at what is clearly starships and a space station somewhere off in the distance, and this magical and beautifully natural planet.
This is a lot to take in, isn't it?
It is.
This is far beyond my understanding.
It's really beautiful.
It's certainly something.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
Makes you feel really small. Like,
Which for us is a big deal because we're pretty small as it is, Calyx.
I mean, yeah. Maybe you now feel the same size that we do.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Welcome to the 3 foot and under club.
But we really are sheltered down here. Like,
Yes, you are, unfortunately. But in some ways it's both a pro and a con.
I don't know if it's sheltered or protected.
I mean, in a way, I like that Dynatech did change Cassiopeia. I mean, the buildings are more safe and more of us are surviving, and I haven't seen so many people look so happy for so long. It's really nice, but also if we leave, if we now know that there is other, does that destroy us? Do we change? Is that good? Is that bad?
I don't think there's any way you can know, Calyx, for certain. There's a lot of uncertainty in the worlds. And particularly for all of us, I think. We've got a lot of uncertainty, you especially. And sometimes you've just got to tread blindly through and hope it lands somewhere good. Especially if you really need to get you to Specsavers.
Oh,
Don't think we haven't noticed.
what do you mean?
Specsavers.
Specsavers.
The first spit is silent.
It's like pterodactyl.
I mean, I trust that Desna knows what we're doing.
Well, she clearly has a plan for you.
Yes.
Feeling
God
it.
has a plan for you. That's what I heard there. It was Bane.
Bane, yeah.
She clearly has a plan for you.
If that tree starts turning around and talking like Bane, I
think we're raised in the drift.
I
was born in it.
But
Raised by it. Molded by it.
I mean, I think space is going to come to us now. Dynatech's now kind of flagged that we're here, so I think maybe we don't have as much choice in the matter as I'd like, but maybe it's a good thing if we start leaving and exploring. I mean, I always wanted to see the stars. It's why I left originally. It's why I've studied the stars, and it's so great to see them from here all clearly like this. I've never seen them so clearly from here. It was always obscured a bit, so this is, but leaving is also dangerous, like leaving home. It's good to leave, but bad to leave.
Bit of column A, bit of column B.
And what happens if we take the orb from here? Like, what happens to them?
Well, I know it's something we've discussed at length, but again, it from what those stewards were saying, it seems that maybe there is a greater plan afoot.
I don't think it would do anything bad.
No,
Because clearly it was a plan for you.
if it's been
Desmond
waiting
knows
for
about
you. It's Desna sounds like she's got a good old head on her shoulders if she's chosen you, Calyx.
Thank you.
Do you guys, partake in any of the fruit, the vegetables here? Do you, I know you stood around in this beautiful setting, but, are you doing anything other than talking?
I mean, at the moment I'm sitting on the edge just looking out.
Is this by the tree?
Yeah, probably.
So the first thing that you see is obviously you've been looking out at this vast aurora, but as you look down, what you see is a obviously the mountain going down, but there is beneath you a maybe 80 by 100-foot basin of some sort, which has a slightly lighter filling of this aurora, and you can see trees and this. It's almost like a balcony that leads up to part of the basin wall, and you see from your position like some kind of light being cast from something. But give me a recall knowledge check. Again, the DC on this one is quite low. It's just straight up DC.
Okay, 16.
16. Where you were in your dreams, that balcony, you now see like a small fountain and a pool beneath it. You are above what you expect to be where that triangle door led. These stairs have led to this orchard that are on a plinth above it. You can see down into...
I'm gonna have to get down there at some point. That archway down there. I'm gonna have to go there.
Sounds like we have all the time to do whatever we need to do, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what's next in your journey? I know we got here.
Not really. Most people just say you kind of get here and then it reveals itself to you. It seems to be different for everyone who makes it here. So I don't know. We could rest and go find the others and.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose from my point, I want to see the orb and I want to get down there. Do you want any of this salad as a midnight snack before we go?
There's other things in salad, but they're all like fruits and they're all like, it's a weird orchard in the sense that it's also like a veg garden as well, and it's just flourishing. Just really, really flourishing.
Is any of this hallucinogenic?
You have no clue.
Oh, I'm gonna fake it, so...
That's fine.
Possibly that one.
Ooh.
Okay. I won't have that one then.
Yeah.
Roost comes like flapping up. Wait a minute! He doesn't.
I don't recognise most of this, I will be honest.
Fair enough. Yeah, what's life without a bit of risk?
Yeah.
I'll take like a
I haven't actually eaten in days,
It's
so
like
I should probably do that.
And it is quite literally like it looks like a kind of like dark blue plum. Got a very smooth skin to it, reasonably pliant. Juicy. It's sweet, but it's not overbearing. It's got a very floral sense to it, but it's subtle. It's not like... It's like elderflower in the sense of like, it's not like, oh God! It's, really quite gentle. And it's probably one of the nicest fruit you've ever had. And you gain the benefits of a long rest.
Whoa! The super good berry.
This is fucking good.
Is it? I'll try one.
I'm not really
What do you
one
take?
for fruit.
Are there any sort of like little berries?
Yeah, absolutely. So there'd be like small shrub bushes with these tiny green berries on them, which normally you'd say is not ripe, but they look ready to go. They like are bursting almost with juice, and you put a few in your mouth, and they have this granular texture to them, but they burst again with a juice that just one alone would fill your mouth with juice. And you've put quite a few in. So you're like...
It's like fireworks in my mouth.
And it is, and they go off like fireworks, and it's almost like a fermented fizz to them, but without the alcohol to them. You also gain the benefits of a long rest.
It's like juice boba.
Yeah, I was going to go for one which probably looked like a courgette flower.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you see these big gourds that are... they look like two... It's almost like a figure eight kind of shape to it, like two bulbous areas of a gourd that has like this central bit. They are segmented as well, so kind of like pumpkin-esque in terms of that. And they have these really long purple stems that come out of them. And on them are quite small flowers. One of the flowers is quite big. And you gently pluck the flower and... it's silky, it's gentle, it's light. Maybe there's like a small insect that was like hovering around it before, but you know.
Sorry.
Oh, it's got other flowers it can go to. It's fine. And you begin chewing on the flower, and it's like the crispest salad mixed with the most beautiful like leaves, kind of like spinach leaves that are like got that like smoothness to them. It's like both together, and again, as you get towards the stem, it becomes like lettuce, and it's very juicy and very flavorfully earthy. It's unique, and
This is really good.
These berries are legit.
This fucking plum is
you
good.
also gain the benefits of a long rest.
Long resties.
When you have finished eating what you were eating, there is maybe a stone left for you. There is probably like is it a stamen? The bit in the middle?
It would be a stamen or a
Stamen, that's the word. There's probably one of those that it's like brims with like pollen and I've already forgot what you had the berries. They'd be like tiny little seeds, which I know you'd normally eat, but maybe there's like one or two that are
Just
like
get stuck in my teeth.
yeah. And when you drop them, they instantly bloom into a new flower and seem to replenish themselves. And
Now that's sustainable.
yeah.
We take some of these.
I mean, they seem to grow back fairly quick.
Oh, I don't know how long they last. But,
It might be worth taking a few back. I don't know how long the journey's going to be back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We are going to need something for the return.
We'll take a few gourds.
They are really good. They're very crisp.
Really
Best.
good.
They're really good.
You're not getting it because I got there first.
No, but I was just like, yes!
It's really crisp salad.
unless you want to ask the stewards first.
Oh no! I would like to ask them. Maybe just take it.
Maybe we ask before we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of like on the way out, we're like, hey, can we take some for the road, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Did,
Well, yeah.
did you want to go and see if you could speak to the orb? Or do you want to wait a little bit on that?
You wanted to go down to the archway, didn't you?
I wouldn't mind going down to the archway.
Okay.
We could do that first.
Yeah, we can go down.
Do you want to go alone or with us? Or what's the vibe?
I mean, we can keep an eye on you from up here if you want to.
I mean, is there anything you guys want to do up here? I mean, Desna may have things for you.
Just Kaz getting rattled by a hamster.
That's an image.
No!
Jesus.
For podcasters, Ian couldn't take it too seriously for too long.
No!
The young guy's doing it, not me.
Sacred orchard!
Is this a furry thing?
I don't know anymore. Kaz, is it?
Oh no!
Anyway,
You still got that nose.
do you actually?
Put the nose on.
Squeak, squeak.
Why am I making horse noises? Anyway,
as well.
I mean, look, Calyx, we're here for you, so I mean, we're kind of following your lead a little bit here.
I know,
So,
but what if I mess it up? What if I do everything wrong? And what if I'm not supposed to be the right person? And Desna's make a bad
don't think you can
choice.
do anything wrong. You do whatever it feels right to you, and that'll be it.
Trust
As
your
long
gut.
yes, exactly. Whatever feels right in yourself is the right action.
You're a good boy, Calyx. Whatever you choose to do,
You're a good
you're a
boy.
good
you
boy.
take that compliment.
Whatever you choose to do is going to be right. We wouldn't have followed you this far if we didn't think that.
I know, but I didn't like who I was when I dreamed.
What did you dream?
I'd betrayed everyone and I'd become a corporate at Dynatech. I'd sold everyone out.
But you didn't like that, did you?
No.
And so you won't be that. Those
It
nightmares
felt so
were...
real.
Oh, I know.
Yes. Well, I
Those
think we all
nightmares
know.
were exactly that. Nightmares. They're the things that we don't want.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind if you want to come with me.
Sure.
Yep.
Stay here.
We're happy
whatever you want to do.
We've got your back,
Thank you.
Ride or die.
bitches.
Yeah.
So do you
Ride
guys
or die, bitches.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get badges.
ride, bitches, or die? So you guys begin making your way back down from this orchard.
Just before we leave, the
Orb?
no, not the orb,
The face.
Dreamcatcher.
Oh, the Dreamcatcher.
That you gave me.
Yeah.
I'd like to attach it. I'd like to first be like, tree, if it's okay to just put this on you. Put the Dreamcatcher on the tree, and then I'm going to just like weave my name, like being here.
Felix was here.
Like little binary.
Give me a
like,
perception check.
oh god, the tree's gonna be like, no. Who are you? Perception for tree always be low, apparently. It's a 15.
Okay,
Tree's like, get that off me.
now give me a diplomacy check.
Oh god, my face, Caleb. Go for this.
What do you do?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know how you achieved that.
Jesus.
Okay, diplomacy. Oh, definitely a high skill. 17.
17. Okay. Even with a -10 to its sleeping,
Oh no, I've offended the tree.
there is
Look, the tree.
a moment where you hear and you see this ripple of magic go out through the temple again, and it doesn't respond. But Kaz, that where you thought was a face, clearly shifts for a moment, like somebody asleep. And you place the dream catcher, and nothing untoward happens.
Say a little prayer to Desna as I'm doing the little binary weave, and then
We
Just-
were told that we could ask questions here, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Why don't we ask some questions?
What questions do we want
I
to
don't
ask?
know. I feel like we should. There's.
To who?
Can you not see in the
Oh, shit.
what do you mean?
No, it doesn't do that.
this tree? It's kind of moving. It's a face. Can you not see it?
Squint. Oh,
Am I making
yeah!
it up, or is it just me?
No, I can see it now.
Like if there's a like nose there.
Yeah, you got little eyebrows.
Sort of. I think it's asleep. I'm not sure.
Mr. Tree, excuse me, please.
Oh god, should I take this off of it? Have I just like
I
desecrated,
think
just
you've
graffitied the
woken them
tree?
up.
And you start to see as like the actual like petals and stuff of the tree begin to like gently sway, and it sort of like shakes a little bit as like this brow begins to like move. Right. Thank you for my gift. And like you see this, like all the roots are like a beard, and this mouth sort of opens up as it yawns, and it almost like arches back slightly to like stretch, and then shakes again as like petals begin to fall around you. So tired.
I'm so sorry for waking you up.
For hundreds of years have I been asleep. How can I help?
That's making me feel a bit tired.
Yeah.
And with that, we'll go to break.
Hey.
Hey! Yeah. So, guys, we're going to be back in about 10 minutes' time. Thank you so much. We'll be back to talk to this
Portal tree.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. Heavily based off Treebeard. This Ent, and I will tell you now, it is an Ent.
Yay.
In about 10 minutes' time. Guys, thank you so much. We'll be back in about 10. Are you watching? You said you were going to be watching. Where are you, buddy?
Yeah, you're not in chat, James.
James.
Get the honestly, it's like it's a trait of not replying to
you
your
already said
friends.
it for me.
Also want a garlic chicken tenders.
So,
Yeah, go on. Just put ×2 on there, please.
we're back. We're ordering food because we're piggy little bastards. Bastards. You know what? I'm so fucking hungry.
Do you know what? My favourite thing of listening back to the live show is hearing you try not to say bastards
Oh
every
my
time.
God.
It's just my favourite thing. Just bugger.
So, yeah, because that was hard. Cause obviously I eventually went with bugger's going to be fine, and I'll just pass it off with, you know what? We've all buggered somebody. But,
It's a traditional
A traditional
English
buggering.
word.
Yeah, traditional
Run
buggering.
everywhere.
And Yeah, it was really hard to like. I could not find a suitable word for bastards. It's got that plosive in two places.
Bastards.
Yeah, 'cause you've got the B and the T, and it's just like bastards.
Yeah.
Oh, and the D, so it's 3 really.
Got a lot of plosives.
And
It's great. And that harsh sibilance.
Yeah, and I think 'cause we played around with scumbag, but it starts with a sibilance and it doesn't have the same.
The thing is, the whole Gene Poach character was based on bastards.
Yeah.
So I literally watched Ashes to Ashes and was like, okay.
Bastard.
Bastards.
Yeah, and I think it works really, really well, and it was so hard. So go watch the live show where I struggle not to swear in front of a room full of kids. Although what I did like is the Scandalorian on the first day with the cosplay contest, and he was dressed as Predator, and they had him announce the under-15s, and he was like, I kind of dressed as the wrong thing for this. It was just like, whoa!
Silly lad.
Literally mentions Predators. It's just like, he was really funny, Ben, actually.
He was lush.
Yeah, for anybody who hasn't checked out the Scandalorian, he was the judge for the weekend, and he's from Liverpool, and I kept asking him where in Birmingham he was from and stuff like that. And it was really nice. It was on the concession stand next to us, and it was really, really nice.
It was a great weekend, wasn't it?
It was a really good weekend, you know. We did quite well in terms of like getting our name out there, and we got to do a live show, which is yeah, because I mean, like, I know that when we first started this show, we did some pre-show stuff, which I'm still to release James's actually, so I need to put it together. Like, where I asked you guys 2 questions, like, you know, 2 things that you want from this podcast, really.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like something really, really, really achievable, and then something that if we achieve the achievable, something ridiculous. And yeah, I think, so we've had artwork, which was mine, so 1 piece of artwork from somebody that's not within our group, from outside, and yeah, we've had artwork sent in, which was amazing. And your reachable one was a live show, wasn't it?
I think one of them, yeah.
Yeah, and
I can't remember what my other one was.
I do.
Why does that sound so nefarious?
News to me.
Because I think you went really noble and good. And you were like,
Oh, yes, I did.
yeah, you did. And you
What
weren't the
a
only
fucking
person.
Yeah, because I said
Yeah.
freaky fan fictions.
No.
Jesus.
It's alright. Alex asked for a sponsorship from Corn Nuggets.
That is amazing.
Because I don't think he knew that question was coming. So, FYI for anybody watching, I will be releasing the James pre-show paint up Vorag soon, where we talk about Eda and stuff. I just haven't had time to put it together yet. And we also did a live show of painting up the Monster Manual, which will come out whenever it's its turn in the Monster Manual series, and we'll put that out there. And that was really fun. I mean,
That was really fun.
have you looked at yours in the actual light now?
Yeah. And there are
yeah.
a few bits I'm like, oh, touch that up.
So
That kind of looked different.
I clearly missed bits because we were under red light. I could not see them.
So hard to see.
So I'm like, oh, I don't want to post that. But also at the same time, it was really fun to take part in that. So once more, I'm going to say thank you to the venue and to the charity for letting us just get on stage and be asses and complete.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was nice to...
It was weird, but it was...
Yeah.
Yeah.
People watching us live.
Yeah. And like the fact
But
that
we
people
can see
stayed for the whole
their
thing.
faces.
Yeah. It was right. We couldn't hear each other.
No. Could not tell you what happened in that session.
So
Blow, wasn't it? It's like, oh, whoa, yeah.
I think what I learned from that is next time I ask for monitors,
Yeah.
which as an old performing musician, I should have worked that out. But actually,
There is a lot of other stuff to go.
Yeah.
And whatever, so.
Exactly. So I think next time we will ask for some monitors.
Plug in your laptop in.
That was so funny. For those of you who haven't seen the video yet and have only just listened to the podcast, for the second half, I forgot to plug the laptop back into the power supply, so it just cut out. Luckily, there was a sound engineer recording it all for us anyway, so I could dip that sound in over the video. And it's better audio than I normally do, because he's a professional sound engineer. I am not anymore. And yeah, so please go check those out. Have you guys decided on your food?
Yes.
I think we have.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that was that whole kerfuffle.
Well, I think sorry, I'm excited. Like, I
Yeah,
want
so-
food
so-
so badly.
Hankering.
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
hungry.
Did
I
someone say
assume-
£3,000 sushi?
Are you allowed to talk about that?
No, I'm not. The theory, no.
Before you get me cancelled, are you allowed to talk about that?
No, I'm just going to leave it there.
Yeah, I want that so badly. But yeah, so I'm going to have a nice pizza, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Same.
hope we're going to sit around after this one. Oh, we need to start a light bulb this week. Spoilers. We'll do that on Thursday, aren't we?
We should also say
Yes.
about Happy Piranha, who are our local geeky, nerdy shop. They are opening up their games cafe.
For a local game store.
For a local game store. We are really excited. They are doing a soft launch preview evening of their space on the 7th of September. We will be there.
Yes, we will.
And tickets are available for my session of Gals and Pals.
The second session.
Second session, because the first sold out like in under 24 hours, which is wild. It's a ladies' night only, 5e D&D. You can find it at happypiranha.com or via all my socials. If you're local to Cornwall, check it out, come play, and there'll be more coming out shortly in that vein.
Yeah, and I think it's the same for all three of us in terms of we're going to be doing the intro sessions there.
Yeah.
We're also going to be doing a live show from there, which is going to be set in Lightwell, which is the same as the
Yeah.
intro session, which we're writing at the moment. And I think we're looking towards publishing, which is weird.
It's real
We've
weird.
still got a lot of work to do.
We have,
But-
but we
Yeah, I
started
know.
talking
We've
about
got
it.
a lot.
Yeah, we've got
ideas.
a lot of ground covered. We've
Yeah.
got some wicked NPCs.
So we might be
Getting up there with a critical roll.
who?
Who?
Sorry, what?
Mark who?
Pretty.
Mark Mercer. Never heard of him. But no, yeah, so we might be doing that, and then hopefully we can get you all involved and record those shows and stuff. And
Exciting things.
Oh my god, we big time gamers.
we are totally big time gamers. I guess we look to the next live show. So if anybody knows of any events and they're like, hey, we want Starfinder podcast content,
Hit us up.
we peeps. Hit us up. To which end, I guess there's no more stalling. We have to get back into part 2
Trees.
Trees!
of this
Oh, the tree is alive!
session. So to set the scene, you guys have made it to the top of Mount Allure on Kashoria, and you are shown this main entranceway and this interesting area where you can fabricate your very dreams, your thoughts, through sheer will alone. Half of the party decide that they're tired and want to go to sleep, whereas Jean needs a ship and promptly goes off to a place called the Sanctuary.
Oh no.
You are led by Sister, they go by, and are taken, when you ask about information from outside getting to the temple, the stewards seem to not know anything about information outside other than what Desna bequeaths them, whereas they say any information that gets to us comes to us from or through this, and they just show you the orchard. They don't say anything else other than that. And Kaz manages to spy that there is this tree growing here that seems to have a personification, a face, and as Calyx places a dream catcher upon this tree, maybe awakens it slightly when asking it some questions. And sure enough, when you actually do begin to ask questions, this Ent slowly wakes up and thanks you for your gift of this dream catcher and asks if it can help you in any way.
Did you have Roy?
Sorry,
have
I just need a piss. It does not.
It's been
Sat
years.
everywhere.
400 years have I been waiting for my turn in the toilet.
Oh god, you joined the ladies' queue.
There is but one toilet.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah, I'll bring out Roy. I've got Roy.
Mr. Tree? Mr. Tree? Tree. Have you ever seen one of these before?
And his eyes open, and you see these like gemstone of amber
Whee.
as they don't flash to life, but they're definitely obviously amber. It's old sap that has become a gemstone, and you carry with you a guardian orb. There is one here in my home. And then the tree sways and like points towards like, you can't really point, but it like sways ever so slightly towards the side where beneath you is the basin. It lies within the altar to the butterfly.
To Desna.
I suppose that could be her name.
So, are you here with Desna? Or is this like a cohabiting thing?
I do not know. I merely woke up as a young sapling here.
Have you ever seen, like, do you know what these orbs are?
I gather they are some kind of artifact of magic, a vestige of protection, a conduit, a key. They are many things, but they are a long way from home.
Do you know where home would be for them?
I do not yet. For as long as I remember, muddled though my memory is, that not always was it here. Yet now there are two. For I have always been, for as long as I remember.
I don't want to seem rude or anything.
Then shut up. Does not say that. Does not say that.
Killing sleeves! Get wrecked! Humiliated! Oh,
You can't say leaves around my people.
Oh God, I keep offending the tree!
Next you'll be saying what? Stick around. Fuck your mind, breadsticks.
Oh no,
You were asking if you could be rude.
Oh, how old are you?
I do not know. My roots go deep. And I think I remember. But it's hard to remember.
Tree gap.
That's what I'm
Being here before this sanctuary, this home to the butterfly was here.
Do you have a name you would go by?
I do not remember.
Greg.
I do not like this name.
I must agree.
Greg the tree is not so good.
Hello, Greg. I'm old Gregory.
This is a majestic tree.
Aliens from a cowboy boot.
Tucks the cowboy boot behind. Bottle of Bailey's. Clunk, ding. Falls into the basin.
It's Clint. Clint Eastwood.
Amazing.
I've got to work out what side of the temple it's on now.
Clint Westwood.
Clint Westwood?
I mean, realistically, it's on the east side of the basin.
Oh, Clint Eastwood! So, Mr. Eastwood.
Yes.
God, I'm just imagining the actor now, just the face.
Clint
Oh.
Eastwood.
So, do you remember a time where maybe, I don't know, information or understanding was lost? I suppose we know it as something called the gap. Do you remember a time? It was like a time where things seemed to be erased and knowledge seemed to disappear, but we don't know how or why or anything. I don't suppose you remember like a time before it or what might have happened.
Would explain many of my missing time. But the tree remembers what the axe forgets, and many roots go deep, deeper than I remember them ever being. Yet, with these roots, I see myself in a time before. So maybe.
Okay.
Smaller memories than one would be used to.
But you remember a time before this sanctuary and a time before the Guardian Orb was here.
Yes, I remember, or I can see with my roots, that I was alone here for some time. Then movement. Something I am not used to, rumbling, but not that of falling rock or stone, but of growth within stone. More memory, I guess, of images of the people below, coming and going, but never stopping to say hello.
That's rude of them.
That's
It's very rude.
Yeah. Jesus.
It's a quiet life, a tranquil life, but I seem to remember a time where there was no artifact of power.
Did they bring it here because you're here? Did they... Do you know who brought it here, and do you know, like, why they brought it here?
I do not, but I am very out of the way here. You have to be coming here to come here.
That is what we have done.
Yep.
And it's a pleasure to meet you as well.
Oh.
It's Mr. Eastwood.
Yeah.
Mr. Eastwood. If you don't mind that name.
It's quite fitting.
A name does not bother me. All that I mind is this orchard. Do you have a name?
My name's Calyx. Sorry, I should have introduced myself.
I'm Kaz.
TJ Squeakerson for now.
Hello, Calyx. Hello, Kaz. Hello, TJ Squeakerson for now.
Hello, Clint Eastwood.
I don't know if you
I don't know.
I don't know.
Questions.
Okay.
Well, it was nice to meet you. Sorry for
And
waking you up.
That is all right.
And-
what is this? And you see like the amber somewhat glimmer to one side as it sees like the dream catcher. What is this gift you have brought me?
Oh, it's a dream catcher. So, I mean, you're dreaming a lot, so maybe, hopefully, Desna will bless you with good dreams, and maybe not just in your sleeping, but in your waking life as well.
I will try my best to catch the dreams with this gift, Calyx. And it kind of like yawns and like again stretches out, but without like elongating. Take what you need from my garden. I will sleep again.
Thank you. Well, I guess we're going down to that basin then, aren't we?
Yes. We might. Yeah, we'll come back up later.
Yeah, no, we'll come back.
Yeah.
I think the only way for us to really find out more is just by touching the orb.
Touch the orb.
Touch the orb.
You hear that, Roy? We're going to touch the orb.
How does Roy feel?
How does Roy check?
It's still doing that reach thing.
He's looking.
Okay.
Okay.
To the orb. Well,
Let's
to the
go.
basin.
Okay, so you descend back down these stairs through this like diamond orifice and then into like this tunnel that changes shape all around you, and it's quite an uneasy thing to walk through when the walls go from circular to triangle to hexagonal seamlessly. It's not like one shape and do that; they just then start merging into it. It's not like no hand has carved this. This has formed in some way, whether that's through magic, through something else, you're unsure, but again, seamless. There is not one gap in the stone. There's not one like cobblestone or anything like that. It's all one hewn area. You go back into this circular room where all four of the Decimora Margos are there once more. And they're actually stood like in a sort of circles staring at each other in the middle of the room.
It's real creepy.
And then as you descend and come down, the back one with its back to you turns as the other ones then all slightly have to move towards you. You have replenished your mana in the orchard.
With you?
Oh.
Nope.
Sorry, I'm trying to help myself.
Yeah, the tree was interesting to talk to, and oh my god, the salad up there is great.
The ground it watches over is something unique to Kashoria. This entity is older than we are. Yet its memory and history is somewhat muddled by the missing memories. Did you find anything that you needed?
Not particularly,
Oh.
information-wise, but
I want to get to the basin with the archway and the orb.
Brother will show you, and one of the other ones that's closer to that triangle nods in agreement as all of them have said it, and then turns and glides towards, and again the wings are away this entire time, towards this triangular archway, where through it you see a few steps that rise up, and then you can see that this area is filled with the Kashorian aura. And follow me.
Following.
Okay.
I'm gonna stare at how he's moving. I'm like mentally making notes like, how do I float?
Give me a perception check.
Freaky. How to float. 20.
20. So yeah, definitely not walking, definitely gliding in some kind of way. You can give me an Arcana check or a mysticism check. I love when you like roll your dice and you go and shake your head at them.
Why?
Like they've said something to irk you.
Mysticism. 12. 30.
30. So, I mean, there are spells like that can levitate a person, but you're not getting the sense that this is a spell. This could be something innate to them. It could be an ability. It could be, one of many things. But you get the sense that this isn't the levitate spell. This isn't
Invisible wheels.
As you head through this large triangular door, you walk out into a beautiful scene. A carved out temple of sorts, but whereas the rest of this monastery is pristine in its carving and its upkeep, this area shows signs of erosion and decay, like nature has taken its toll on this one specific area. The area is open to the elements above, but still sits within the mountaintop itself in this kind of basin. And it has this thin layer of pink and purple shifting aurora around you as it falls lightly. And it's almost as like you're underwater as it reflects light and casts shimmers all over every surface. Here you see carved into the stone wall of the basin a rising balcony ahead of you, with steps that lead up to it on both sides. And there are two smaller stone beds that each bloom with their own vibrant flowers and large white iridescent trees. The first thing you notice is this is definitively where you've been in your dream. That balcony was where you stood. And the reason you know that is because up on the balcony, the thing that was giving off light that you couldn't see, like it was a pencil thin line from your position before, is a window of sorts, of a set of butterfly wings that cast a light out, but you can also see just the endless void of space and stars behind it. Brother, this is the garden. And you can just hear the others behind you as they've all turned and almost come behind. This is where we commune with Desna, where she bequeaths us dreams, and where we have waited for all of the Decimar and for you. Here we will wait for an eternity, offering guidance, and insight into those who would want its future, time. Here, you will find what you are and aren't looking for.
Okay. I will walk into the garden. I think I will position myself as I was in the dream on the balcony. Like I'll stand there, and then I will sit down, close my eyes, and start to try and meditate.
Okay. Do you guys do anything in this moment when Calyx begins to head up to this balcony?
I think
I'm not sure.
probably hang back and let Calyx have his moment.
Yeah.
And just sort of, I'll keep keeping a tight hold on Roy, but keep him back.
So you sit on this. I mean, why don't I show you?
Yay! Toys!
Oh, this becomes a battle map.
Fighting desert.
Way!
It's a fucking butterfly.
Hey, some butterflies poisonous. Whoop.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Way!
That was a bloody big one.
Damn.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Look
Ow.
at that.
beautiful.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So why don't we?
Good thing I have a climbing speed.
Oh, she beautiful.
Oh.
So this triangular entrance is
Yeah.
about that wide.
Yep.
Good 60 foot at the base, leading up to a 5 foot point. I mean, you're positioning yourself up here, yeah, Calyx? And, you know, for the sake of just
Look at Space Jesus up there.
getting an idea of what's around, you guys are sort of like hanging around down here.
Praise be!
Up here, Calyx, where
The speech.
you come... It's not the greatest hand position for you to have. Oh, Nazi Calyx down there. It's not... I just know what
My
you meant.
comments 3 weeks ago was meant as it was Space Mountain Dew.
Oh my god. So, so obviously you go up these steps, whichever one you want to go up to, and you notice like these beautiful trees and these little beds which have got water, and they were a fountain or a spring of some kind. There is beneath this balcony, like you were looking down in your dream, there is a small fountain and a pool, like a little spring almost. You see that it goes into this pool beneath you, and then you see that it trickles out, and this could be the spring to the Silken River. You look down and you see your reflection, and this time you see your reflection of you, as you are now, but behind you, and it's unmissable. This, and it is very two-dimensionally thin. This window that just hovers there. It doesn't move like up and down or anything like that. It's just in place. Nothing holding it up, nothing behind it, of just butterfly wings. And through it, you can see exactly what you saw before, the great tapestry out ahead of you. You don't see an orb. In this moment, what would you like to do?
I'm not going to turn around. I'm just going to keep looking in the pool, but I am looking at the mirror behind in the pool. So I'm looking at the reflection.
So the pool itself is down here,
Yeah.
and the actual window is up here.
Okay.
So you're not going to be able to see it from...
Right, okay.
For podcast listeners, I will take pictures of the map and get it up for you. Thanks to Warrior Prince 3D for printing out all of the terrain on that one.
Yes.
Fucking dope.
Yeah,
It is beautiful.
dude did good.
Yeah. Okay, on that basis, I will turn around and see if I can see the window.
Okay. as you turn around, you know it's there. You can see the window. You went up the steps.
Yeah,
It's unmissable. You guys can see it as well. You turn around and it's awe-inspiring. The fact that like you saw it in your dream, and it was big enough in terms of like that feeling. But now that you are stood next to it, and through this beautiful, whatever window this is what you saw, that great tapestry. Like every fibre of your being as a Decimar is led to this moment. How does Calyx feel?
I think there's like this feeling, like it's almost like a tingling, like he wants. I think what he'll also do is like reach out his silks just naturally, but instead of it being between his fingers, it will be forwards into the window to feel this energy, to feel this sort of like oneness in this moment, probably feeling quite out of body, like he's not actually there, like it's the entirety of space and everything. It's like when you look at something but you're not looking at it. You are just lost in everything, and the whole of this basin just disappears from his mind and sight, and all it is the tapestry in front of him as it was in the dream. It's just the planets and the tapestry and everything, and that's all, everything he is seeing and feeling right now. And it is like he doesn't fully exist, like his body is no longer actually physically there. It is just the power and the creation and the fibres and feeling all the connections between everything.
You all hear of thunder somewhere in the distance. It's deep and it's bassy, and a light rain begins to just fall upon you all. You feel her embrace. You feel like you're in the right place, and you just feel these long arms just reach down. It's almost like they're embracing you, and then these wings come around you as well. You have made it this far. You don't hear it, but that's the sense that you get, is that somebody says this to you. And then you all hear, brother. If you are to look through the window at the possibilities of future, to see what you could be or could become, be ready. It doesn't always show you yourself. The rest of them are now there. If you wish, you may do this now. Or if you wish your friends to be with you, wait for them. But when you are ready, and time is on your side, all you have to do is ask. The thunder sounds louder somewhere above you as the rain gets a little heavier.
I want to know.
Okay.
All on his own.
Brave little
I think
No
you're just so like deep into this
yeah,
moment.
that's totally fair.
Walk forwards.
I'm gonna just
Turn them damn lights up.
Whee!
gonna make it a little bit more.
Oh, I feel like
Let's make it a bit more
There.
peaceful.
Yeah.
oh.
Okay.
I think he's still sort of half out of it, like can barely feel the rain.
And it gets really, really heavy at this point. And you get this sense that the world around you begins to like close off. And although you're here in this moment, the endless possibility of future lies in front of all three of you. You all look around. Brother is gone, as are the rest of the siblings. Calyx, In what future do you see yourself being the best that you could be?
I think he sees Cassiopeia. He's in his full Amargo state. He has family around him. But there are airships, and they are Decimar airships. There is trade, there is exploration, there is freedom of the stars, but that the home is protected, that the naivety maybe, and some of the innocence is lost, but in return there is the great expanse and the exploration and almost the desire to touch the edge of the stars, to find everything, the great exploration, that there is still the link to home, there is still the base of Kushoria, but that the lines expand out now. They're not just here on this home planet, it is expanding out, and that there is a future for the Decimar that is in our own hands.
And as that vision crosses all of your minds, what is the threat? What is the threat that could stop this from happening?
Right now, Dynatech is what comes to mind immediately, but
The thunder roars. The rain gets heavier and heavier as this cloud rolls in, rolling like at a speed you could only fathom in your worst nightmares. As you think about the threat that Dynatech pose as a lightning storm. Begins to roll over the top of the mountain. And we're going to pick that up next week.
oh
My goodness.
I say.
it's in. It's really.
Yeah.
Tamsin, I am going to give you a cred stick for that fucking awesome RP.
Yeah, that
Thank
was
you.
Because that was fucking dope.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you for doing such an amazing world build.
This is all of your backstory. Like when it comes to people's stories, you know, you've given me the tools. So, you know, each of you have got something that you'll be working towards. This is just yours. To which end, we'll be back next week for the next episode. And we're probably going to be at 7 o'clock next week. So actually, that's something to note.
Yeah.
New time change, because
7
we're now in
o'clock next week.
September. 7 p.m. And we'll put out banners and stuff like that. We'll be back. We will have James back with us and Alex back with us, I believe. And we are going to be jumping into whatever this
Cloud
situation
combat.
is with some thunder and lightning. Yeah. We'll see you all next week. Thank you ever so much, guys. Please go check out all the socials for things like photos of this. Please go check out socials for Steph and for the Gals Nights. Also for Jack and I, as well as Steph, with the rest of the Happy Piranha Nights. For Tamsin and her amazing artwork and pictures of the beach. May this dice gods be ever in your favour, guys. Thank you so much. We will see you next week.
Bye.
See ya.